Have you ever wondered how women's minds work, especially when you're older and might feel like you're not as in tune with them as you used to be? I remember meeting a man in his 50s a while ago who was struggling to connect with women. He was intelligent, successful, and confident, but there was always this gap he couldn't bridge. He was lost in the noise of modern dating and confused by the things that once seemed so clear. One day, he asked me a question that stuck with me. What is it that I'm missing? What do women really want? It wasn't about looks or charm or the flashy things society often tells us. It was something deeper. Something that I think every man over 50 should understand when it comes to women. Understanding the female mind. After 50, what every man needs to know. As men age, their understanding of women often becomes clouded by outdated ideas and misconceptions. The truth is, women's psychological and emotional needs evolve significantly after the age of 50, and understanding these changes is crucial for any man looking to build meaningful relationships with mature women. One of the most significant shifts happens in how women perceive themselves and others. After 50, many women become more secure in their own skin, prioritizing personal fulfillment over external validation. They are less likely to tolerate behavior that doesn't align with their values or desires. This means that if you're in your 50s or older, it's important to recognize that a woman's confidence and self-awareness may be at a level that you haven't encountered before. In terms of intimacy, there is a shift in priorities as well. While physical attraction still plays a role, emotional connection takes precedence. Women at this stage are more likely to seek a deep intellectual bond with a partner. They want conversations that stimulate their minds and engage their hearts. If you're still relying on superficial charm or quick wit, it's time to reassess your approach. Another crucial aspect to understand is that women over 50 often have a heightened sense of their own independence. Many have spent decades managing their lives, careers, and possibly raising children, which has led to a stronger sense of self-reliance. They don't need a man to complete them. Rather, they are looking for someone who enhances their already fulfilling life. This shift in mindset calls for a deeper understanding of mutual respect. Men who are successful in forming connections with women over 50 are those who are patient, emotionally intelligent, and who don't approach relationships with the same expectations they had in their younger years. This is not a matter of fixing or changing a woman, but about creating a partnership based on respect, equality, and shared growth. So, if you're a man over 50, it's time to adjust your perspective. Forget the outdated stereotypes. To truly connect with a woman at this stage in life, you need to show respect for her independence, value her emotional intelligence, and appreciate the wisdom that comes with age. The secrets to building emotional connection with women over 50. Building an emotional connection with a woman over 50 requires a different approach than what might have worked in younger years. As women age, their emotional needs often shift, becoming more refined, and their focus turns from physical attraction to deeper, more meaningful connections. If you want to build a lasting bond with a woman in her 50s, understanding her needs and desires is key. One of the first things to recognize is that women over 50 often have a clearer sense of self. They've experienced a variety of life events, from raising children to advancing in careers, which gives them a level of emotional maturity and independence that younger women might not yet possess. This means they aren't looking for someone to complete them, but rather someone who complements their already full life. If you approach a woman in her 50s with a mindset of shared fulfillment rather than dependency, you'll already be ahead of the game. Listening is one of the most powerful tools in building an emotional connection with a woman in her 50s. At this stage in life, women often appreciate a man who truly listens to what they say, without rushing to offer solutions or judgments. They want someone who respects their experiences and sees them as an equal, not as someone to be fixed. This emotional validation is incredibly important to women who have likely spent many years trying to balance their personal and professional lives. Showing genuine interest in her thoughts, feelings, and experiences is one of the most powerful ways to forge a meaningful connection. Another important aspect to understand is that women over 50 value trust and honesty more than ever. Having lived through various stages of life, they've likely been through their share of disappointments and challenges. As a result, trust becomes the foundation of any relationship they engage in. If you are sincere, open, and honest, you will gain their respect and admiration. This transparency is crucial for emotional intimacy. Moreover, women in this age group are often looking for a partner who respects their independence. They value their space and time and appreciate when a man supports their ambitions and passions, even if they differ from his own. Respecting her autonomy while also sharing meaningful moments together creates a healthy balance that builds a lasting emotional connection. To truly connect emotionally with a woman over 50, you must be patient and open-minded. It's about understanding that the relationship is not just about finding love, but about creating a partnership built on mutual respect, trust, and shared growth. If you're able to engage with her emotionally, without the pressure of societal expectations or shallow desires, you'll be able to form a connection that's both deep and meaningful. How maturity changes a woman's desires and expectations. As women age, their desires and expectations evolve in profound ways. A woman in her 50s is not the same as she was in her 20s or even her 30s. This is not just about physical changes, but emotional, intellectual, and psychological transformations that shift the way women approach relationships, career, and life in general. For men who are trying to connect with women at this stage, understanding these shifts is key to building strong and lasting relationships. One of the most significant changes in a woman's desires after 50 is her shift toward deeper emotional connections. In younger years, many women may focus more on the initial spark of attraction or the excitement of new experiences. As they mature, however, they begin to seek stability, security, and emotional depth in their relationships. This doesn't mean they lose the desire for passion or romance. Far from it. However, they become more attuned to the importance of emotional intimacy, trust, and mutual respect. This is a time when women start looking for a partner who can offer consistency and emotional support. Someone who can stand by them through life's ups and downs, not just someone who ignites fleeting moments of passion. Another change is the shift in how women view their own needs and desires. As women mature, they often become more self-aware and confident in their skin. They understand their needs and are no longer afraid to express them. This can be empowering as they know exactly what they want in a partner and in a relationship. The days of compromising on what they truly desire are over. Women over 50 tend to prioritize their happiness and well-being, often placing more importance on their own health, peace of mind, and emotional satisfaction than on the opinions or expectations of others. Alongside this newfound confidence, women's expectations in relationships also become more refined. They may no longer tolerate behaviors that they once accepted in younger years, such as dishonesty, inconsistency, or lack of respect. The maturity that comes with age brings with it a heightened sense of self-worth and a lower tolerance for toxicity in relationships. A woman over 50 is unlikely to settle for anything less than a genuine, supportive, and respectful relationship. If a man is not able to meet these standards, it's likely she will choose to walk away rather than remain in a less than satisfactory partnership. Maturity also impacts a woman's approach to intimacy and her body. Women over 50 often become more comfortable with their bodies, embracing their physical changes with a sense of pride rather than frustration. They might not have the same physical energy as they did in their 20s, but they often experience a greater sense of confidence in their sensuality and a more relaxed, intimate approach to sex. It becomes less about performance and more about connection, trust, and mutual pleasure. This is an important shift for men to understand, as it changes the dynamics of how intimacy is experienced and what women truly value in those moments. Ultimately, maturity gives women a clearer vision of what they want out of life and relationships. It's not about searching for validation, but about finding fulfillment in themselves and in their partnerships. For men, this means adjusting expectations and learning how to be a supportive, emotionally intelligent partner who values not just the surface level, but the deeper emotional, intellectual, and spiritual connection that women over 50 crave. If a man can embrace this new dynamic and evolve alongside his partner, he will find that relationships at this stage of life can be some of the most meaningful and fulfilling ones. The power of confidence. Why women over 50 are more attractive than ever. As women enter their 50s, they experience a profound shift in how they perceive themselves and how the world perceives them. This stage of life is often marked by a sense of empowerment and self-assurance, a unique confidence that stems from decades of experience, self-reflection, and personal growth. This newfound confidence is not just about how a woman carries herself physically, but how she embraces her identity, her experiences, and her values. One of the most powerful aspects of confidence in women over 50 is the sense of self-acceptance. Unlike younger women, who may be more concerned with fitting into societal standards or living up to the expectations of others, women in their 50s tend to be more comfortable in their own skin. They've gone through life's ups and downs, and they've learned to value themselves not for their appearance, but for who they are as individuals. This shift is incredibly attractive because it radiates authenticity. When a woman knows who she is and is not afraid to show it, it commands respect and admiration. This confidence also translates into how a woman interacts with others. Women over 50 are less likely to engage in the games or insecurities that often accompany younger relationships. They tend to communicate more directly without the need for mind games or subtle manipulations. This clarity in communication is not only refreshing, but also reassuring. A confident woman knows what she wants and isn't afraid to express it, making relationships more genuine and fulfilling. This directness also builds trust, which is essential for any lasting relationship. Another reason why women over 50 are often seen as more attractive than ever is the depth of their life experience. With age comes wisdom, and women at this stage of life have accumulated a wealth of knowledge, not just about the world, but about themselves. They have learned to navigate challenges, to prioritize their own happiness, and to build fulfilling lives. This wisdom makes them not only more interesting to talk to, but also more empathetic and understanding. They've lived through various life stages, so they tend to have a broader perspective on relationships and life in general. Confidence in women over 50 also comes with a sense of independence. Many women in this age group have already established their careers, raised children, and built lives that are fulfilling on their own. They are not looking for someone to complete them, but rather someone who complements them. This independence is incredibly attractive because it signals that the woman is self-sufficient and strong, but still open to partnership and shared experiences. In relationships, this confidence translates to a strong sense of boundaries. Women over 50 are less likely to tolerate disrespect or dishonesty, and they are clear about their needs and desires. They know their worth and are no longer willing to settle for anything less than a relationship that is equal, honest, and fulfilling. Ultimately, the confidence that women over 50 exude is one of the most attractive qualities they can possess. It's not about perfection or trying to meet external standards, but about embracing who they are, with all their imperfections and wisdom. For men who are looking to connect with women in this stage of life, Understanding and respecting this confidence is essential. It's not about seeking validation through superficial means, but about building a genuine connection based on mutual respect, understanding, and emotional maturity. What older men must do to keep their relationships strong with women? As men age, maintaining strong relationships with women requires a shift in perspective and approach. With the passing of time, the dynamics of relationships change, and the qualities that once held weight may no longer have the same impact. For men over 50, understanding these changes and adapting is crucial to creating lasting, fulfilling relationships with women. The good news is that it's never too late to enhance your connection and create a meaningful bond that stands the test of time. One of the key elements in sustaining a strong relationship with a woman is emotional maturity. As men get older, they often gain a deeper understanding of their own emotions and the emotional needs of others. However, emotional maturity isn't just about recognizing feelings, it's about being able to communicate those emotions in a healthy way. Women, especially as they age, often seek partners who are emotionally intelligent and can offer a level of vulnerability and openness that is essential for a strong connection. If a man can't express his feelings or understand the emotional landscape of a relationship, it can lead to distance and frustration. Women need to feel seen, heard, and understood, and this requires a man to be attuned to his own emotions and those of his partner. Another important factor is consistency. Over the years, relationships evolve, but the need for consistency in actions, words, and emotional support remains. Women value men who are dependable, not just in the big moments, but in the small, everyday interactions that build trust and affection. This consistency doesn't mean always agreeing or never having disagreements, but rather showing up in a way that demonstrates reliability and care. Small gestures like thoughtful conversations, remembering important dates, and showing appreciation can go a long way in keeping a relationship strong. These actions demonstrate that you're invested in the relationship and that your commitment is unwavering, which is especially important as both partners age. Respect is also a critical element in keeping relationships strong. Respect for a woman's independence, her opinions, and her emotional needs is fundamental. Many women over 50 have spent years developing their careers, raising families, and pursuing their own passions. As they reach this stage of life, they don't want to feel like they have to sacrifice their individuality for the sake of the relationship. Men who understand and respect their partner's independence and who support their personal goals will create a stronger, more equal partnership. It's about building a relationship based on mutual respect, where both individuals can thrive as independent people while also growing together as a couple. It's also essential to embrace change. Over time, both partners change, and it's important to adapt to those changes rather than resist them. This means accepting the physical, emotional, and psychological shifts that come with aging. Men who are open to change are more likely to stay connected with their partner, while those who resist may find themselves drifting apart. A successful relationship is one where both partners are willing to evolve, to communicate openly about their needs, and to be flexible as life continues to unfold. Finally, keeping the spark alive is another key component. Relationships need excitement, novelty, and passion to thrive, even as both partners age. This doesn't necessarily mean grand romantic gestures, but small acts of thoughtfulness, adventure, and intimacy can keep the relationship feeling fresh. For older men, being willing to invest time and energy into creating shared experiences, whether through travel, hobbies, or simply spending quality time together, can help maintain the passion and connection. Keeping the emotional intimacy high is essential for long-term satisfaction, as it fuels not just romance, but also deeper companionship. For older men, maintaining a strong, fulfilling relationship with a woman requires a balance of emotional intelligence, respect, consistency, and a willingness to adapt to the changing dynamics of life. By focusing on these key elements, men over 50 can ensure their relationships are not only strong, but enduring, fostering a deep and lasting connection with the women they love. How women's needs evolve with age and what men should understand. As women age, their needs, desires, and priorities undergo significant changes. This evolution can affect how they approach relationships, career, self-care, and their overall outlook on life. For men, understanding and adapting to these changes is essential to maintaining meaningful connections with women as they mature. The truth is, women in their 50s are no longer motivated by the same factors that influenced their decisions in their younger years. To form strong, lasting relationships with women over 50, men must learn to appreciate the different aspects of life that women value at this stage. One of the key aspects of this shift is the evolving need for emotional fulfillment. As women age, they often become less focused on superficial aspects of relationships, such as physical appearance or the initial excitement of dating. Instead, they seek deeper emotional connections. At this point in life, women are looking for partners who can provide stability, trust, and emotional depth. They no longer have the time or energy to waste on relationships that don't offer these qualities. They crave meaningful conversations and genuine connections, ones that build intimacy over time. Women over 50 tend to prioritize relationships that are emotionally enriching, where they feel valued not just for their looks, but for who they are as a person. For men, this means understanding that emotional intimacy is often more important than physical attraction. Another important shift in women's needs is the increased desire for independence. Many women in their 50s have already established their careers, raised children, and pursued their own interests and passions. At this stage, they are often less willing to compromise on their independence or give up the autonomy they've worked so hard to achieve. Women over 50 are looking for partners who respect their personal space, values, and goals. They don't need someone to complete them, but they want someone who complements their lives. This shift in priorities requires men to rethink the dynamics of their relationships. Instead of feeling threatened by a woman's independence, men need to embrace it and learn to support their partner's personal ambitions and aspirations. Health and self-care also become increasingly important as women age. In their 50s, women begin to experience changes in their bodies and may become more conscious of their physical health. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle, including regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and proper self-care routines, becomes a priority. Women at this stage are more likely to be proactive about their health and wellness, which can influence their lifestyle choices, including the types of relationships they engage in. They seek partners who are also mindful of their health and well-being, as these values align with their own. Men who understand and support a woman's health goals, whether through participating in activities like exercise, healthy eating, or supporting her emotional well-being, will foster a deeper connection. Moreover, women over 50 often become more focused on personal growth and self-actualization. They may seek new experiences, develop new hobbies, or dive deeper into spiritual or intellectual pursuits. This stage of life can be seen as an opportunity for reinvention, and many women are excited about the possibility of self-discovery. Men who are open-minded and supportive of a woman's journey toward personal growth will find that their relationships become more dynamic and fulfilling. These women want to explore new aspects of life, from travel to new hobbies or even career changes. And they are looking for a partner who is not only supportive, but willing to explore these adventures with them. In conclusion, understanding how women's needs evolve with age is essential for men who wish to build strong, lasting relationships with them. Women over 50 are looking for partners who are emotionally mature, supportive, and respectful of their independence. They value their health, personal growth, and meaningful connections. Men who can appreciate these evolving needs while offering the support and understanding required will find themselves in deeply fulfilling relationships that stand the test of time. The unspoken truths about female psychology for men over 50. As men reach their 50s, the dynamics of their relationships with women often evolve. But one crucial aspect of maintaining those relationships is understanding the psychological shifts that occur in women as they age. Female psychology is complex, and the ways women think and feel change dramatically over time. For men, particularly those over 50, understanding these shifts is vital not only for forming lasting partnerships, but also for keeping those relationships fulfilling and healthy. One of the most significant unspoken truths is that women in their 50s often have a much clearer understanding of what they want from life and relationships. This sense of clarity comes from years of experience, including successes and failures, and it leads to greater emotional maturity. Women at this stage are less likely to tolerate behavior that doesn't align with their values, whether it's dishonesty, disrespect, or lack of commitment. Women over 50 have developed a sense of self-worth that makes them less willing to settle for anything less than what they deserve. They no longer feel the need to prove themselves to others, and as a result, they are often more selective about who they allow into their lives. For men, this means that approaching a woman over 50 with the same mindset that might have worked when they were younger could be a mistake. These women are not interested in superficial attraction or fleeting moments of excitement. Instead, they seek deep, meaningful connections built on mutual respect, trust, and shared values. Women in this age group are no longer in the phase of playing games. They want genuine communication and authenticity in their relationships. If a man is trying to impress with flashy gestures or unrealistic promises, he is unlikely to win her over. What is most attractive to a woman over 50 is emotional depth, emotional intelligence, and the ability to communicate openly and honestly. Another important aspect of female psychology at this stage is the increasing desire for independence. Many women in their 50s have spent decades nurturing relationships, raising children, and taking care of others. Now, they often place a higher value on their personal space and independence. Women over 50 tend to have well-established careers, hobbies, and social lives, and they are often more self-sufficient than they have ever been. This independence can be liberating, but also challenging for men who may feel the need to rescue or care for a woman. In reality, women at this stage of life want a partner who can share experiences with them, but they do not need someone to complete them. Men who understand this dynamic and can respect and support a woman's independence will have a much stronger relationship than those who try to control or limit it. Physically, women over 50 experience changes that affect their bodies, but this doesn't diminish their desire for intimacy. In fact, women in this age group are often more comfortable with their bodies than ever before. They may not have the same physical energy as when they were younger, but they often experience a sense of confidence that makes them more self-assured in their sensuality. Women over 50 appreciate intimacy, but it is no longer about performance. It's about connection, trust, and mutual respect. Men who can appreciate this shift in perspective will find that their relationships are deeper, more satisfying, and more intimate. Finally, one of the most critical truths about female psychology for men over 50 is that women at this stage want to feel appreciated and valued for who they are, not for their physical appearance or what they can do for others. As women age, they become more attuned to their emotional needs and desires. They want partners who recognize their achievements, appreciate their wisdom, and acknowledge the strength they've gained over the years. A woman over 50 wants to be loved for the person she has become, not for who others want her to be. Men who understand this and can give their partner the emotional validation she craves will build a much stronger connection. In conclusion, Understanding the unspoken truths of female psychology is essential for men over 50 who want to build and maintain healthy, fulfilling relationships. Women at this stage are looking for authenticity, emotional depth, and respect. They are not interested in superficial attraction or games, but seek connections that are grounded in mutual respect and emotional intelligence. By adapting to the evolving dynamics of female psychology, men can create lasting, meaningful relationships that fulfill both partners' emotional needs. Thank you for taking the time to explore these insights into the evolving needs and desires of women, especially as they reach their 50s. Understanding how women's emotional, physical, and psychological needs change over time is key to building stronger, more meaningful relationships. By respecting their independence, embracing their wisdom, and connecting on a deeper emotional level, men can create lasting, fulfilling partnerships with the women they love. If you found this information helpful, please leave a comment with your thoughts or any experiences you'd like to share. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful discussions. What do you think is the most important quality in a relationship with a woman over 50? Share your perspective below and let's keep the conversation going.